Hello everybody, I hope everybody is doing good. Hi Lane, thank you for making it. So I got yesterday a package from Trish with some of the new stuff she's got in her store. And please do not forget, if you buy things, to use my affiliate link. I'm going to post it right now in the in just a second in the chat, because that helps me do those gift certificates that we do a drawing on, so everybody can get something, get a chance to get something. So what I'm talking about, they are pretty much mostly cutters, and we are going to give them a try. Also, another thing that I want to say as ahead of time, but I'll be posting both on my Facebook Kalyana on here and on my personal page. I'm still putting things together, but I'm going to have a whole bunch of scrap clay, all kinds of older canes. Hi, Colleen. So if you are in the Oklahoma City area, you will be able to come and pick up if you are clayers or have a clayer group or whatever. And in the scrap clay, it's not mixed. So just to give you an example, it's not fully mixed. So there might be pieces of cane, there might be pieces of mokumegane. You can still select it by color and make new colors, or you can just go ahead to, hi Trish, go ahead with and just mix it for scrap clay, for beads insides, for base and stuff like that. So Trish is here with us, and I am glad that she was able to do it, because if I don't understand how something works, then she would be able to help me. So number one, and yes, I did open the box. I didn't get it ahead of, I didn't keep it for the live to be opened. I opened it yesterday with the members broadcast. So number one, this is some, in case you didn't know, Trish always would send me, would message me about ideas and stuff, and I'm the one who tells her, not tells her, gives her my input, so she can come up with even more ideas. And lately she's been making all kinds of cutters and textures, and since she got a 3D printer, and I can tell you that they are pretty good quality. Now for this, these are textures for mokumegane, as you can see here. And she says to prevent the sticking, use a cornstarch or Armor All. You know that I normally use Armor All. But as you can see, these are simpler than using a stamped one. And you're also able, when you do a stamped one, it's that you do just one little sheet, but on these kind of stuff you can do multiple shavings. So let's go ahead and try a little bit of something. So let me get, yeah, and I had some spillage, that's why I kept I had some resin spillage, that's why I apologize that I kept pushing this back a little. But let's go ahead and try some of these. Now, if you haven't watched and you are fairly new and you haven't watched much of my former tutorials, let me give me a second here and I will link it to you. And I need to redo this actually because there are some new clays that have come up and some new lines. But this tells you exactly what would be the best clay for your mokumegane. Get these a little bit. Because with mokumegane you have to pay attention to a specific thing, and that is how soft your clay is, and it depends on what you're trying to obtain with that clay. Okay, because for example, for stamped mokumegane, you want a clay that's a little bit more rigid. That will allow the lines to be preserved better than some that with a softer clay. While if you're talking about a stacked one, then you want a clay that would be softer, so all kinds of deformations would go through the clay. And if you give me a second, I will try and never mind, I don't know. Oh yeah, there it is. I will try and draw you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's get a red and a yellow, and I'm going to use a little bit of black. So yeah, as I said, I'm not as prepared as I was hoping to be. I spilled resin, and you know how hard that is to clean, and you need to go ahead and clean it very fast, otherwise it's might start eating through stuff. And maybe I'll use a little bit of white as well. Sorry, my machine was on. Black, white, and also if you are newer to my channel or you need some refreshing, there's an older series that I made. Let me see. Page. Why does it have to do? Where are you? There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so this is the mokumegane playlist that also explains the type, not only the type of clays that you want to use, but also how to combine colors. You'll see there are several videos in that playlist, and they talk about how to combine colors, how to thin out when you're talking about stacking, how to deform, and all that good stuff, so you get an optimal result. And here I chose the yellow and the red because they are very strong colors and it's easy to see the differences, and they will probably look happy. They're pretty happy colors. So it's cadmium red and cadmium yellow, what I have here. Now, one thing to remember, because as I explain in my in that playlist, is that you kind of always want to insert at least one of the black or white, and that is because it will bring out the colors more and it will define the pattern. The trick is to use a very thin layer of the black and white. Okay, and you can use them separately. What I like to do is to get them together. So I'm going to grab, let me put these, let's use the spirals, and let's use the waves. So I'm going to grab a little bit of white and a little bit of black and get them to a thin setting. This and then the white. So as you can see, it is very thin, and I'm going to put them together. And as I'm going to use this for the second one, I'm going to just go with it again on the same thin thickness that I went with. And that's going to allow me to do two pieces at the same time. So now let's grab and I'm going to get them a little bit thinner, just a little bit. And you can do them in in just one stack or in two stacks. So I'm going to use the yellow at the base, then the black and white, and let's put it upside down, and then the red, and then I'm going to go on the thicker setting with this whole thing together. And there we go, and I'm going to stack them. Actually, let's give it another black and white here. Now remember, it's the first time that I'm working with these, so please bear with me. So I have this, and I'm going to go a little bit wider. So let's go ahead with the spirals. Hi, Hirasuna. And just a pinch of Armor All. And I don't know if you noticed, but she's got these beautiful little hearts, holographic hearts here. And let me use my acrylic block. Here are so nice, Kanchan. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. You got a better memory than me. Okay. So there we go. And let me grab a base for this. So this is just scrap clay. You can place your shavings on scrap clay. And let me put it here. And grab one of the shaving blades. Now remember, for a shaving blade, I do recommend that you get, because you can get from PolyClayPlay a set. I think it was around $5, wasn't it, Trish? For a set of the 8-inch and the 4-inch. Now the 4-inch, they are very thin and they are flexible and they are very sharp. Be very careful when you work with them. The thing is that they are very thin and very sharp, so this one is the best for shaving for mokumegane or for mica shift, while the smaller one is perfect for canes. So as usual, I am going to wipe my blade with Armor All so that it doesn't stick. And get my eyes on. And let's go ahead and see how the texture worked. So I'm going to keep slicing and adding. Oh, this is beautiful. Hey, we're supposed to sit there. Beautiful. It gives the design is very sharp, much sharper than you would get with a regular deformation technique. Yep, and as I said, it's around $5, and they are the best blades I've ever used. And trust me, I tried a lot of them. Isn't this gorgeous? I love it, Trish. I absolutely adore it. Oh, look at this. You can do, actually, so you can do just red and black and white, and it would look fabulous. Let me get a little bit of this. To cover up the empty spots. And you get quite a bit of shavings to do several pieces. I'm just going to stop now. And I'll work on this later. Let me get it out of my... Okay, now the next thing to do is to burnish, obviously. Sorry. Always with the shiny part towards the clay, and first use your fingers. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they are awesome. I love them. I can't wait to see for the... I think I'm gonna use some blues for the waves. I think it looks better with blues and maybe purples. Okay, so I use the acrylic block. From time to time, get out of it so you can let the clay breathe a little bit. Now I can use the... And now this, because this is not mica shift, I can roll, right? And you can even put it through the machine because it's not going to bother the... Oh, look, I have here a little bit of something. You can even roll it through the machine because you're not going to interfere with any mica particles being shifted around. So it's fine to roll it or to put it through the machine. So I'm going to go, look what I did here. I'm making messes. So let me go with enough thickness. And there we go, this was good. And no, actually, you know what? I'm going to put it aside and then we are going to work with the other cutters that she sent me. Alrighty, now let me get the red and the yellow away and grab some blues. And maybe purples. I am sure I have fuchsia somewhere here. There we go. I'm going to use the... By the way, Trish, I meant to ask you when they came up with the new lavender and blue, with the Primo I'm talking about. Initially, there were also pearl lavender and pearl pale blue, and I see that now they are not anymore. So they just made those ones and that's it, like they did with all those beautiful red and green a few years ago for Christmas. Because I've got that, I still have some of those, and I cannot do anything with them because I usually like to make tutorials with stuff that people can get. So, but I also know that Scalpy is bad when it comes to that. They come up sometimes with colors that they do just a little bit of, and then that's it. Probably they might have some extra pigments sent to them, and they don't get any of those anymore. This is my lavender, and this will be the fuchsia. And then do again the same thing with the white and the black. So again, I'm going to get them. Last time I went on like a 7. And it is fine if it is contaminated, because it won't be noticeable. Said her, knowing that she was supposed to clean her pasta machine today. Oh, that's neat. I can give you a few, and also if you look on Pinterest, but those are not really the discontinued color recipes. So, but for example, I have, if you go to my website, somewhere on the home page, and I said somewhere because that is set up to randomize the articles, you will find my recipe for jungle green. It is, I know that at one point they posted some recipe that's a little bit different than mine, but that is the one that I used, for example, in the foam malachite tutorial. And I think that it looks pretty darn good, because that jungle green that they don't make anymore was the perfect thing for Christmas stuff. I have 2. Let me go again with these one more time. It seemed to me like the lavender was not thin enough. So what do I want on top? Yeah, let's put the fuchsia on top. Yeah, so if you look on my Pinterest, which should be on my channel, I have, actually, let me show you. I have several boards. Give me just a second. Alrighty. So let's show the display. Okay, I'm not logged in, but if you see, I have all the color mixes in one board, and then I have separated them with red, obviously, green, metallics and pearlescence, purple, blue, yellow, and so on and so forth. And you can see that I have quite a bit of boards there that are interesting, and you might get some inspiration from that. But yeah, you can go there and see all the all the recipes besides my own. Let's get back to our work. Okay, so as before, I'm going to place, and I place the white on top, right? And I'm going to, actually first let me go like this a little. And then I'm going to get with them through the pasta machine on the same thickness. And again cut. And I know that this is a little bit thicker, but you can make it thinner, but you saw how pretty it looked in the other one. So let's go ahead with this. And let's go ahead and try the wavy thing. And what I like, because remember I have issues with my hands, I like that they are easy to press, much easier than with a stamp. And there we go, it came up perfect. And let's grab another base. So once again we get this, and I'm going to, hold on, I trapped some air here. And let's do the same thing that we did with the other one and see how the, I should have put it backwards because I'm going to like to do this like this. So yeah, this is for something that is in between the stacked mokumegane and the stamped mokumegane, as you can see. So it's really pretty, and you probably can even combine them, put two of them. At the same time. Look at this beauty. Gorgeous, huh? I love it. And let me do two more cuts so I can get a pretty good idea. to lift this, put it to the side, and go ahead and burnish. So the same as before, I'm going to first use my fingers and the acrylic block. Oops. This was not what was supposed to happen. Okay, and now I can lift it and get with it through the machine. There we go. Now, let's go to the second part of this thing. Hold on, let me grab the box this came in so I can get them off the table. Make room for the next thing. Why is it always that you get stuff out of a bag or a box, but then when you want to put it back, it doesn't fit anymore? That's a given. Anyway, I guess I managed to fit them in. Kinda, sorta. So, let's get some earring stuff, and Chris sent me 3 different sizes, of which some would be perfect for earrings, and some would be perfect for pendants, bigger or smaller. And then the other thing that I want to try is this. Alright, so let's grab that. And we are going to test these with various things. But one thing that I would recommend is get your clay directly on the tile, so that, because these are a little bit more unusual when it comes to shape, and you don't want to deform them when moving them from where you cut them to where you want to bake them. Now, the way that these work, you can do a simple, you can do it simple, just with one of these or just with one of these. You can combine these just with jump ring, to 1 or 2 jump rings. And if you want to make the earring shoulder huggers, very long ones, you can add an extra piece on top. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use this extra piece, but I'm going to use this, and of course I need armor all. So and I'm going to test these on a regular clay with patina as well. It might need to be a little bit thicker than this, because I see I didn't get the other thing. Yeah. So these look pretty, but maybe these are not the best for Megane. And we are going to try something different. I'm going to do just the plain simple cards without lines on this. So I'm going to go to this set, and there we go. There are all kinds of shapes, and I'm sure that they can be combined a lot. We get out only the ones that don't have so-called texture. Now with this, you can actually do a regular one. You can do, I mean, that would be just a ring, or you can use this one too to put it on top of it, and you can put it on top of it in the same shape, or you can turn it upside down. Yeah, that is not thick enough to get the pattern. That was my thing. So I'm going to do the pattern on a different, on a plain clay, and do a little bit of patina on it. Okay, so let's play with this one. So these ones you can mix and match them in all kinds of patterns, as you can see. You can do a thinner one here. You can do this. Yeah, these look absolutely fabulous. And that's the beauty of it, because you can do a lot of mix and match. You can do this, or you can do this, or you can do this with and the bottom one, get it just the edges. So a lot of combinations. So I'm going to place this here, and what should I combine? No. This and this should be perfect. So armor all, must not forget it. And then we're gonna do this. And this. These are fabulous. I love them. And the other thing that I like about them, because a while ago when Trish started the whole 3D thing, I was telling her that I'm not fond of the 3D printed cutters, because usually they don't cut well. So I'm glad to tell you that she did a wonderful job when it comes to how sharp these are and how well they cut. So you can see it's beautiful. So we can combine one and the other. Now, as I said, let's do a different one. Actually, get this away and get me another tile. And I'm going to do two of them, one with black and one with white, to show you two different things. this white needs to be a little bit wider. Alrighty, so I'm going to put the white here and the black here. Armor. And let's try these, the ones with patterns. So I'm going to actually check this one and this one. Right. No, that is awesome to know, because that you can make even more combinations. Yeah, and now I got the pattern. Yeah, and I know you cannot do them on a lesser distance because it would start cutting the clay. Because I know we had that issue before. Alright, so, hey, I didn't cut all the way. I guess I wasn't good enough. Yeah, I need to cut all the way. I hope I can fix it on the same exact spot. If not, it's okay. I can get the clay again through the machine. Yeah, I did cut it right this time. Let's see if I manage to do the same thing here. Hey. Yeah, that was I messed up. I didn't put armor all the second time. Darn it. Just a second, let me get this through the machine again. And there we go. Let me see if I did a good job or not. Remember my thing of removing the extra clay before I take out the cutter. No, this one doesn't want to come out properly. And it leaves this one here. I don't know, is there something that I'm doing wrong, Trish, on this one? Yeah, I did spray. Let me try the other one. It's probably my hands. it might be that this last one needs to be not so close to the edge, because this is a different shape. I don't know, I'm saying. Yeah, the white is very soft. The white is super soft. Okay. That's why I usually don't condition the black and the white before I start working, because they can get too soft and a lot of stuff doesn't work. And that other one worked like a charm. I'm telling you, it's me, it's not the cutters. I don't press hard enough on this side. But anyway, we can go ahead and... Hi, Christina. We can go ahead with how to treat them. Where's my... Here it is. Okay, with the black, it's very simple. You can use practically any wax, any mica powder, anything. Of course, when it comes to mica powder, I would always advise you to use the perfect pearls, because then you don't have to seal, but you can always seal. So this would be the Art Alchemy Aged Brass in the Metallic series collection. And remember that they have all kinds of other colors that are fabulous, like all kinds of blues and purples and greens, and I especially like the mint green. Okay, and with this other one, we are going to do something different with the white one. And that is, but you can already see, and once you bake it and you buff it, it's going to be beautiful metallic. So with this one, and you remember, you can do this with acrylic as well. Grab my thing here. One thing I need to remember to buy next time I order is those little finger sponges. They are fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to get some chalk pastel and to make it look like ceramic. And I'm going to use this for the crevices and this for an extra layer. Grab a paintbrush. So first I'm going to go for the crevices and make sure that you go in. So the chalk pastel would go in. If you use acrylic, make sure that you do it in a wash. It's better to get 2 washes than a thicker color. Let's see, I need a little bit more here and here and here. Okay, so I can put this back. And now we are going to gently wipe it. Oops. you, it's my hands. I'm a klutz sometimes. The thing that worries me, and remember I told you that time will come and this will happen, is that I started getting nerve damage in my pinkies. Okay, so I used alcohol. Now you want the alcohol to get all evaporated before the next. And I'm doing again the 4 ceramic. And this one, don't go with it evenly. Just get it kind of uneven like this. I will get the refocused so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So let me put this back. And this you can use, let me see where I got it. Of course you had to fold sideways. You can use any glaze. I'm going to use the gloss Sculpey here real quick. And I'm not even going to bother with a brush. I know, sacrilege. Huh. Because the Sculpey varnish, you can apply it, it can be baked, and you can apply it both on raw and on baked clay. Or you can use liquid clay to give it more of that ceramic-like look. Give me just a second to refocus. I'm going to just zoom. So yeah, I absolutely love these. And I still have some stuff to show you, but I'm starting to hurt. And I've been for an hour, but I can show you what we are going to do next time. I'm going to do these beautiful things. See, they are yin and yang, but with hearts. So these will be beautiful. And then some heart stampers / cutters. And these, I need to experiment with them. That's why I'm not going to show them to you today. These are very interesting, and they also come with a stand. And this is going to be a surprise. I'm going to try and have one already done, because I told Trish to send me one of these for a reason, and that will be a surprise. As I said, I'm going to try and have one done already so that I don't keep you long, right? So don't miss the next Sunday. And I have a couple videos that are almost ready to release. Oops. sorry. And I will experiment more with this because I want to figure out why I cannot do it. Because I know it's my fault. And I want to know exactly what I should do better. But I hope to be able to finish those videos. This past week I wasn't able to do much because we had a low front passing through, and the barometer went as low as 29.3. So my muscles were on fire and the scar tissue, so I wasn't able to do a lot of stuff. With some pains I can, I can toughen it up changing positions, but with that I cannot. So hopefully, but as I said, my thyroid medication, and we're gonna check on this one too. My thyroid medication, as long as I use the full thyroid, I seem to be able to do much better. I'm able to sleep 6 to even 7 hours in a row, which was unheard of for a couple years at least. So I am well more rested. So yeah, I don't know, with this white, and I've been complaining about it for a long time because they have this problem with the white. It doesn't matter how much you leach it, because once you leach it, it's going to start being a little crumbly. But then the moment you pass it through the machine 1 or even 2 times, you don't need more, it's going to become all gooey. I mean, you can see it. It's horrible. But they've had this problem with the white for a good at least 5 years. And sometimes the black has the same issue. So I don't know. I think it's the plasticizers they use in combination with the pigment. I have no idea what's going on there, but it definitely is going on. But this one I absolutely love. I'm going to do something with this. Okay, thank you so much, and I shall see you next Sunday, hopefully at 12:30, not later. And don't forget to like. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to see you again. I love you all, and thank you all for being here for me. Bye.